The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's all good.
And we're live.
Oh, okay. Hi. Hi, I'm Judy. How y'all doing? Chicago City. Spotter, take us in.
Hey, everybody. I'm Intera, and tonight I'll be playing Spotter the Nosferatu.
Hey, everybody. I'm McStabber, and tonight I'm playing Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Brugerha.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Levi R., and tonight I'm playing Dr. Magnus Sanchez of Clan Gangrel.
Hello everyone, I'm Kyer Glaciate, and I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
And hi, I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Dr. Theodore Smith, Clan Tremere.
Well, it's season 2, episode 2. We're going to start off with Theo. Where do we find you tonight?
We find Theo in his study, just in his haven, nothing too special. However, he does have with him some ingredients set up. I probably should have had this shit open from the beginning. My apologies.
You're fine.
And for cussing before the first 2-minute mark. Sorry, YouTube.
That's all right. With War Crime Wednesdays, we get demonetized a lot, okay?
Valid.
Look, if the crime brulee didn't smell so good.
Not wrong. I'm going to leave it to Bogue. He's the one who was doing all the cooking. Are you going to have Emma with you to help you out with this or no?
No, Emma's got the night off tonight, I think. Along with the Revenants, they can do whatever they want. Theo's just... Okay,
Party at the Subterranean.
Hell. Entirely up to them what they do with their free time. Just stay safe.
Again, like I said, Party at the Subterranean.
Okay, here I go.
That's every night.
Not wrong.
There is a well-worn Irish flat cap on his desk, as well as a silver bowl filled with clean, clear water.
Chicago? Okay.
And he will lift the flat cap up and begin chanting and just slowly submerge it into the water, which he is then enacting the Communicate with Kindred Sire ritual. I do have to make a ritual roll for a 15-minute chanting session. I believe it's what it says.
Okay. So if you want to give us that roll fast. And
Certainly.
Let me see what's going on here for rituals.
I'm just going to say, imagine being on the other end of that, and all of a sudden, like in your psyche, you hear this fucking incessant chanting in your head.
Oh no. The chanting isn't what they get. It's only once the ritual completes that they get the connection. Otherwise that would be maddening. I'm a Tremere, not a Malkavian.
Damn this child of mine.
Yeah, again, I'm a Tremere, not a Malkavian. I wouldn't do that to my sire.
You're preaching
You
to the
could've
person with the free
texted.
access to city spirit in his head constantly.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Hey, spotter. Hey, spotter.
Spotter. Yo. And if you do get a crit, you get instant communicado.
Unfortunately, it's not a crit, but it is 5 successes.
Yeah, you know what? Okay. So critical allows instant immediate communication. Any mini disturbance will break the connection. All right. You do, at least with a 5, you do create a connection with your sire, and you're going to have this quiet week. I'd like everyone to remember time zones is a thing. So 7 at night or 8 at night, you have to now add 6 hours. So now it's 2 a.m. for this poor man because he probably is in Ireland at the moment. And you're going to hear this kind of groggy but slow, the fuck are you doing?
Don't pretend for a second that you were about to torpor. Shut the fuck up.
Boyo, what you doing? And it's now 2 a.m.
And I know the sun's still down. Calm yourself, Seamus. You are so dramatic.
Listen here, you can grab your tits all you want, but I'm telling you now, I'm fine. Its sun is coming up in about half an hour, so you maybe want to try and check your almanac again, because I'm sure the fuck you didn't understand what it's going to read, now do you?
It's just a quick check-in. Calm down.
I'm calm. You're the one that's throwing all the shit now. Listen here, boyo. I could be locking your head down faster than you can breathe. Oh, that's right. You forgot how to do that. We time ago. What's up? And what the hell are you doing it this way? Couldn't you use a phone?
Phones do not let me practice what you have so graciously taught me.
Yeah, I know, but still. Phones are sometimes more convenient. Hey, you're lucky I wasn't doing anything. I'll tell you that.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
Look, I had some wee lasses in the day. I could still have wee lasses now.
Mm-hmm. You say every time we speak. I wanted to check in with you about something. I'm sure you've heard of it, but I wanted to see if you were actually going to make the trip. Prince Jackson is setting up a convention here in Chicago.
I heard about it. I was thinking about it. I actually was meaning to write you. I think I have a half-written letter or email or something of the sort.
Mm.
Why?
Are you planning to attend?
Guess now you're gonna make me commit now, aren't you?
It's a yes or a no, Seamus.
Well, I'm aware of that. Here, actually, you know what? Here's a question for you. Do you have a spare bedroom?
Always, especially for you.
Sure, then you know what? I'll hop over.
And now that the smaller business is out of the way.
Wait, that was the smaller business.
Aye, that was.
What you getting yourself into now, boyo?
I have had 3 revenants in my care for some time now.
Day?
And I think it's time I don't need to.
Are we getting rid of revenants now, or?
Not getting rid of revenants. We're just, hopefully, if they all agree, gaining more Tremere.
Have they extended their family line to have a bit more revenants for you, or no?
They have contacts that they still could reach out to. But frankly, I wouldn't even care if I had revenants to replace them. I'm telling you because you, of all other clan, would understand this best. You were the one that told me if I ever work with revenants not to hold them down.
I never thought this day would come, to be honest.
Neither
You
did
had me.
they.
Oh, what? You were planning this and you didn't decide to tell me? At least give a man a heads up every, couple 100 years. Good Lord.
It was only 30 years the last time I informed you of this idea, Seamus.
Do you know how it's been between now and 30 years ago? I was doing a lot more things. That was in Vienna. Remember what happened to that?
My apologies. I didn't realize the stress you were under. And Seamus can easily tell that Theo's being so fucking sarcastic.
Look, mental note to come over. Wait, you're in Chicago, eh?
Mm.
I'll stop over by Pittsburgh and get some steel for you.
I haven't been back in Pittsburgh in so long. I hope it's changed.
It was a desolate place the last time we were there. Oh, it was well up dry, to be honest. Chicago was far better than we could have ever done in Pittsburgh. Hey, didn't they name a thing after? Didn't they name a football field or the football team after what they were doing all the time with stealing?
Possibly. I don't follow sports. Except for baseball. I've had to get into that a bit more recently.
Why baseball?
Chicago, and one of my coterie enjoys it.
Okay. That's a new one for you. You actually sat through which one?
Which one?
Hey, there are two teams.
Oh, God, they had hats.
God, they all do. Want to narrow it down a wee bit more? Here, I'll give you a color. Was it blue or was it black?
And Tara?
Blue.
Thank you. Blue.
All your friends at the Cubs. You're a friend of the Northsiders. Not bad. Okay, I give you that. I'm sure if I asked you for a player, you couldn't even give me that.
No.
Did they at least win or did they lose, or do you know?
He said that they won, but it wasn't a satisfying win for the game that we saw.
Oh,
I
they're
don't know.
struggling.
I don't know what that means, but he said that they did win, and then he gave a disappointed shrug.
Means that they weren't putting the... Theo, my dear dead lad. Do you remember the times that we would kick other people's asses because we knew exactly what we were doing with our thaumaturgy? We would bury him in the ground.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you want to do to the opposing team. If you don't do that, but you still win, it's kind of a shame, but you still won, so you get totted over their heads.
I suppose I can see the merit in that.
Take sports as a trying to uphand the other team with your abilities.
Well, you know me. I'm not much for competition, he says, lying through his teeth.
Look, I'm in Ireland. I don't have waiters here for the bullshit you're trying to put through my head. My eyes are brown. I don't need your bullshit. I'm already full of it my own self. So, any other important business you need besides the reverence, which is an interesting question. You know what? Why don't you?
I can't think of anything else. I suppose I could just run out the ritual until you pass out halfway through a sentence.
I'll be over there in how many weeks? I'll show you how to run through a ritual and get you to pass out in the middle of a sentence.
I think you'll find that that will be harder for you to accomplish than you'd expect.
Oh, Pray tell, why now, Boyle?
Do we need to go through some more marathon ritual preparations like we did when I was first embraced? I can keep up still.
Still? Or did you not realize that I may have improved myself too? And you still might be falling ahead or falling behind.
You forget that I've had time to practice too.
Okay. You're throwing down the gauntlet, Dad. If I'm picking it up, I'm picking it up, and you're gonna run it all the way until dawn, and then some.
Take care, you mad drunk Irishman.
I haven't touched a drop of that stuff in at least 24 hours.
I was about to. It doesn't count if it doesn't count if it's in the blood of someone else, right?
Naturally, because how else could I actually drink? I couldn't, right?
Be well, Seamus. I look forward to you being here in Chicago.
Take care, Boyle. I'll run you through a marathon soon enough as I get there.
And then Theo will reach into the silver bowl and take out the now fairly soaked flat cap, and the connection breaks.
Which is an atrocity to any Irish person.
That's why he has it cleaned afterwards.
That's valid. Okay, so from there, Taylor, we got a text from Jackson going, "Can we talk?"
She's having dinner with Mark, and she gets this text. It says, well, I guess Amola's job is never done.
Why? What's up?
As she shows him the text.
He looks over and goes, "Aww, he likes you."
The baby prince needs his Mola.
Well, think of it this way. He doesn't really have a mom. Well, he actually doesn't really have a sire to go to on this.
And not like if he did, it would be worth a damn. Anyway.
Okay. Now, babe, come on. Come on. Who's the prettiest popular girl in the room? You are.
Oh my God. Don't ever say that to me again. And she kisses him on the nose and leaves.
He's like, wait a minute. You can't leave like that. And
I so can. And she does.
You'll see him stare like,
What are you, 2?
No. Just wanted to kiss you properly before you left, but okay, that's fine.
She gonna make him wait for it now.
He's forever waiting. Hashtag poor Mark.
Yeah, so she's gonna get on her bike and head over to meet with Kevin.
It is at the official tower, which is the Tribune, because of course everything has to happen underneath the crown. And it's probably the oldest Elysium recognized in Chicago. Normally that's for specific, stuff, usually with clan or usually direct business. When you go in, you are escorted right to the main elevator for his office only. You got shot right up. And when you come out into this main room, there's his big desk, and off to the side in front of like this gorgeous kind of like fireplace, couple of couches, couple of seats around with a coffee table. And you'll see him sitting on one of the couches with Zora. And he's actually practicing his German. And when you come in, he'll stand up and Zora will stand up with you and he'll go, Guten Tag, Dr. Hammond. Yes.
And she actually speaks in fluent German, and she tells him that he's improving.
And he's like, I got this, Zora. Dankeschön, sehr gut, Dr. Hammond.
And then she'll say, are we having this conversation in German tonight, or shall we speak English?
Oh, we're totally doing it in English. I'm just showing Zora that I'm actually improving.
Yes, you are.
Because to do all of the other stuff, that would be no.
And she'll have
Zora nor knows how our relationship is.
Mhm.
So this is casual for the moment.
Okay.
What she sees is just between us
Okay.
because she's going to help me
Okay.
get through this whole mayor idea I had, or this prince idea. And I need to know how to actually kind of nail it.
Okay.
And you, no offense, Zara, you happen to be one of the biggest brains in this entire city. No offense to your coterie has big brains too, but you know what I mean.
I get it. I get it.
Okay, good.
Especially for, dealing with hostile fucking peers. Yes.
Yes.
Anyway.
This is big, T, and I want to make
it
sure
is.
that
You decided to do something huge within your first year of being Prince. Congratulations.
thanks. Feeling the heat?
You know what you're going to discuss with your peers?
Actually, I have come up with a couple of ideas.
A couple. Okay.
Well, maintaining, it's not, I don't want to sound it like maintaining control, but maintaining the fluidity of the state of the city, making sure that borders are protected, borders are okay. How do people handle the anarch situation? That's a thing.
Yeah.
La Sombra is a thing. Because I'm getting more people coming into the city because they're leaving.
Yeah, that's a big thing to be discussed with your peers, because that is something that if you make a decision and your elder peers do not like it, they may squash you for it.
Yeah.
So you need to discuss with your peers, and you all need to come to a conclusion that everyone can across the board adhere to. Now,
Thin Bloods is also another thing we've got to talk about too.
Oh, you're never going to get your peers to agree to anything about that.
I know, but at least we open up the door in the conversation, because they're going to be a thing.
Just like some of your European peers are never going to have a discussion about anarchs, including them at the fucking table, because the anarchs, just recently, not that long ago, took over Berlin. That literally, expect heated discussions around those topics. Hell, you'll get heated discussions around the La Sombra too.
I'm going to get heated discussions on pretty much everything I think about, especially when I throw out the caitiffs. See, I got you on that one too, T.
Yeah. Is the caitiff prince coming?
I believe, and he'll look over to Zora, and Zora just goes really, really fast. Goes, yeah, confirmed.
Good. Okay, good. So at least there's one that actually holds a significant domain that will be present and be like, look. Of course, I've heard some shit about his domain. It's really fucking hinky. Anyway.
Hinky isn't a bad thing, or hinky isn't a good thing?
No. He's literally welcoming all, and literally if Kaitifa or Thin Bloods come, he's like destroying them because they're the sign of the end times. Yeah, it's really fucked up.
And yet he's a... the hypocrisy continues.
It's rife. Okay, literally. But anyway.
Got it.
So, yeah, just don't bring that up. Okay, that stays in this room. But anyway.
Up your shield. I know nothing.
What can I say? I get around. But...
in good ways.
In good ways. Well, sometimes in bad ways too. But anyway.
I know nothing about that, T.
But seriously, what you need to focus on is things that are impacting not just Chicago, but are impacting on a global scale amongst your sect. Okay. That is what you need to be focused on, because your peers aren't going to give a shit about just Chicago matters.
Okay. He's taking a notebook out and starts writing.
Because you all have to come up with decisions on what is the modern Camarilla going to be.
Okay.
And you should write that down, because you need to include that in your speech.
Yeah. What you're talking about, I'm writing.
Also, You are very young,
I know.
and there are some elders of your clan that are princes that are going to think less of you because of your age.
Yeah.
Do not let them get under your skin.
No, because, and I found this out, T. Those that bark the loudest have little dicks. Those
Well,
that say
it's-
nothing can handle more.
Literally, it's because they don't want to assume that you're actually competent, because then that would make you a threat.
It's a balance between knowing I am a threat, but not displaying the threat.
Right, exactly. So don't let them get under
Ah.
your skin. Don't let them fucking trigger you.
Yep.
Keep your cool. Keep it calm, cool, collected. If ruckus gets about, deal with it with a firm hand, but keep your shit together. That's
Got
going
it.
to earn so much fucking respect amongst the elders.
I'll be a cucumber.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
a problem on that one. Especially when those old bald assholes. I mean, come on. Ballard comes in. I know when he's walking into the fucking
The floor shakes.
No, the whole fucking building shakes. I'm gonna be right here, and all of a sudden things are swaying, and I'm like, oh fuck, Ballard's here.
Oh God.
Oh,
Anyway.
he comes to ball. When he comes to ball, I'm just sitting there going, So I'm gonna be sitting there and doing a lot of got it. Ugh, so pain in the
But
ass.
at the same time, you have to assert your voice. But you have to keep a level head about it, because they
Right.
literally, there will be some there that will try to incense you. They will try to get under your skin.
Yeah. And he'll just look at his phone going, and he'll show Taylor the Calvin doing something to the White Sox, someone going, exactly.
Exactly.
I'm not even
But
gonna
far
respond to
worse than
now.
that.
Yeah. Actually, here's the thing, T. Hear me out. I've sent people out to go to these different cities just to listen, not engage.
Yeah.
Try and get the flow and the feeling of their cities
And how they're running them, and what they're dealing with.
What their biggest problems are. And I'm having people report back to me so that as they tout about shit, I actually know what their real deal is. So as whatever the Ballards of the Princess come in and they're talking smack, I know exactly what's going on.
Right. And incorporate those into the topics to be discussed during the convention, because if problems are affecting cities, it's not going to be isolated to just one city.
Okay.
And if the Camarilla is truly trying to modernize in the wake of new threats, such as humans with technology.
The hunters are moving.
Yeah. Then literally these little fucking problems that have plagued your sect forever need to be fucking resolved.
We got to try and be better than our egos.
Yeah. Imagine that.
You know, I hear you, T, because the reason why I'm asking is because it's completely different sect or completely different clan, but you get it what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I do. I totally do.
And the hardest part about all of this. I mean, Zora gets it. I gotta try and convince them it's not just about clan anymore. It's about all of us coming together to handle this shit, because they don't care what clan we are. They don't care.
They don't care what
politics,
what flag
politics
we
we
wave.
are.
Right.
They don't give a shit.
Nah.
And they're gonna light us up whether we like it or not. So if we can't turn around and unite together, then we're fucked no matter what.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. I totally get that.
Also, little note on our friend in Indiana. Yeah. Let's just say he is hunkered down and neutralized for the moment.
Oh, good. Is Killer B still in town?
He is not. He has not been in town.
That's what you think.
Okay.
And she winks to him.
I haven't been informed of him being in town yet. However, I have been told that I do not have to worry about such an issue at the moment, but to be on guard and to make sure that I keep up my city. So we've gotten a few more hounds.
Good.
Sheriff's been dealing with them.
Good.
Got the scourge going through and sweeping the city from head to toe.
Okay.
Within my borders.
Mhm.
I have not gone outside of them.
Good.
Whatever is outside, no man's land for the moment.
Whatever's outside, if anyone holds it, they need to hold it.
That's what I told him. And I also was wanting to think, well, after this whole princess thing is done, I'd like to do a smaller kind of to the table with all the barons.
Oh, Lord.
I think it's time we come to a truce and at least try and either share resources, share information. Look, O'Hare is between Schaumburg, me, what is it? Naperville. Whoever goes to Naperville, I don't understand. Anyhow, down in Joliet, I mean, we're all surrounded by them.
I looked at Zora as he's discussing this. What does her expression read?
If somebody could be purely excellent at poker, she looks at him and she's not nodding her head. She just looks at him and she's looking him up and down for a moment. Zora knows what he wants to do, but at the same time, Zora knows that as the Camarilla and being the crown jewel, he has to do certain things to keep that crown jewel. If that means treaties, if that means bringing somebody to the table that may or may not be able to influence the Camarilla as a whole, things have to be given and taken.
Taylor is going to look to Kevin as he's winding down his obviously
Spiel.
enthusiastic spiel about this because he's obviously ambitious in this regard. And she's going to be like, yeah.
Okay, that face right there. That face is telling me to put a pin in it.
I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Get through your convention with princes first, then we talk about that. Because I'm going to say, it's not necessarily a bad idea, Kevin. It's just, you have to understand that anarchs are anarch for a reason.
Yeah, I get that.
Even if the barons come and talk to you, what is that going to do to their people and their credibility with their people?
That's why. Sending invitations to them only. If they accept, if they don't, that's fine. I'm not going to.
These are just things you need to think about because I know you've never been anarch. You have never. And literally, look, I interface with all but the Sabbat. I mean, fuck the goddamn Sabbat. But literally, it's definitely an aspiration. I'm not certain it will work out how you hope.
Here's the thing. I'm opening up the door. That's my hope. If they step in, they step in. If they don't, that's them.
All right.
I have learned.
I can try to make it go over better.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I have more influence with them than you do.
Oh.
And
hey, come on. Who's the one who can get in Anita to walk into my fucking party? You did. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, no. Just focus right now on the immediate.
Okay.
It's good to have long-term goals, but focus right now on the immediate. Focus on gathering up your intel that you have been sending people out to get, figuring out what the core fundamental problems are that need to be addressed by a conclave of princes,
Yeah.
a groupthink.
I want to treat this as a business, like a business convention.
Kind of is.
Do we do entertainment too?
Fuck if I know. Look,
Zora just sits there smiling like, I'm right here. You could ask me, but go for it. Let the Venture and Brewha figure this shit out.
no, seriously, Zora's your expert in that, okay?
She just nods and just is like, talk to your mother. This is fine. I'm just here. Okay, I'm nervous and anxious and I want this to go well.
Zora, do we need to put on a show for the princes?
She just looks directly at Taylor going, yeah.
I mean, if it's anything like the Ottomans, yes, they love their entertainment, especially pretty women prancing about. But you know,
yeah, pretty women and men. Let's not. I know the way. I know all the princes. I turned around, made sure we did a whole huge a dossier on everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry. The English is sometimes it just
that's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
And she switches to German. We can speak in your tongue if you wish.
Perfect. So with the dossiers, you go from everything that has their needs, their wants, their preferred feeding. I have their favorite colors, everything. So everyone's going to get a specialized room, personalized. Everything they could want and need done and right there for them. Their preferred partners done. The entourages we've only gone down to 3. So 3 to a prince. That's where we can cut down, because when they are going into the prince only meetings, we have enough people to turn around and handle the entourage. So they're not sitting there bored, because you never want anyone
smart.
bored.
It's smart because every prince is going to bring certain trusted individuals with them, and need to limit it because otherwise it can quickly get unruly.
Plus, we know what all they want, so we can then turn around and put them into different groups so that they can all talk and mingle. We have translators, no problem. On the top of that, depending on whatever they want to do, we've got all things sorted for that, food, and small entertainment in between meetings.
Who's
so they can
picking them up from airport?
Well, my team is doing
excellent.
That.
Excellent.
No one. Bless my clan. But not all of them know exactly the, shall I say, right way of handling people.
Yes.
So I made sure I have an entire fleet of people that will report to me, and we have them all putting them up into specialized hotel rooms. Everything is done and paid for, so they won't have to spend a dime.
Excellent.
So entertainment, she'll look to Jackson, entertainment and everything that is not a part of the talks will be specifically entertainment to distract them. Because they're in Chicago, they want to see the crown jewel, let's give them the crown jewel. And there are certain people, if you know what I mean, that will not be a part of the entertainment. Certain Primogen.
Yes.
And their little shadows.
Yes.
I did want to ask you, though, would it be possible if we could book maybe a night or two at your place to listen to baby chorus and maybe your hookah lounge? Would that be okay? We will totally pay whatever you need,
Of course.
but is that possible?
Of course.
Good. I want them to see a little bit of, shall we say, a variety.
Mhm.
So not all my clan, because let's just say not all my clan can actually host and entertain, but then want to show a bit of your clan and others that come in and give a vitality to the city.
Mhm.
So I want to make sure, and do give me the exact cost. I don't want any discounts.
I will get it to you. Absolutely.
Okay. We do.
Absolutely.
And she'll look right to Jackson and then back to Taylor. We do have all of the funds. We have a budget, but at the same time, there's priority.
I understand. And you will
is
find I'm very reasonable. I do not gouge people.
I didn't think you would.
I mean, I won't refuse a rich man wanting to give me money, but
I mean, the rich man will give you the money, absolutely. But we want to actually also help the businesses that
Yes.
we want to promote.
yes.
And with your clan, your coterie have all done so much for the city, why not show a little bit of things that you have done?
Okay.
I
Okay.
know that there are some, shall we say, not as fine or ritual individuals for the fineries of Subterranean. Would your friends mind the cell block? A couple of people for BS?
Sure.
Okay. Does
I'll make
there-
sure
is there-
Magnus is made aware.
Okay. Perfect.
Mhm.
Because I will need rates as well for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, he may rake you over the coals. I won't. He is a damn
mean-
shark when it comes to money.
I'm aware of who he's a mala of, and I do know that I could try and maybe give him a donation where it would help him most. Maybe he give us a little bit of a break, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. No, he's a reasonable guy.
Okay. But that's only on the entertainment front. Is there any questions that you have that you might need?
Oh, no, really. She looks to you don't expect me to attend any of this, right?
He thinks for a moment.
No. No.
No, he literally thinks for a moment, goes, he's going through his entire itinerary and goes, well, T, to be honest, I thought you were in classes for most of it. I mean,
I'm not teaching over the summer. But I'm also no.
well, you asked.
I asked
I'm
because I
thinking.
wanted to see what you had in mind. I'm not offering, okay? Please don't confuse the two.
No, I'm legitimately trying to. No, I don't think. Look, this I think was the only. Maybe I have another meeting with you beforehand, but no, I don't think I. No, I think I was actually trying to do all this to make sure I was showing the best of Chicago. I don't think I had you in for anything. I mean,
Good.
wanted to.
No,
If you wanted to,
no,
you're more than welcome.
no. Because not everybody needs to know I'm your Mala.
No, I didn't think you would be introduced as my mauler.
And why on earth would you have an Arturcus in your convention?
To show we can all live together and work together? Hey. I know. Baby steps. But at the same time, you asked, I'm answering.
Okay, well, no. Okay, good. As long as you didn't have plans for that, I wouldn't have to disappoint you. So we're good. Okay.
T. I will hold. Let me get the. Let me get the steak out of my heart. Oh my God. Oh, I'm wounded. I'm wounded. Wow.
And she gets up and she'll literally just kind of tip up his chin and say, "Chin up, kid. You'll get over it."
Gee. Thanks. Damn.
And she says,
Well-
"Zora, I'll get my information to you, and I'll also let Magnus know that you'd like to use Cell Block and for him to get information to you as well." And excellent. Anything else you need from me?
He thinks for a moment. And he goes, Tazor, take a walk for a moment. She goes, yeah. And she'll get up and she'll go to the elevator, and because she's got work to do now. And she heads down. And he looks at you and he goes, I'm doing okay, right?
Yeah, you are.
I'm not fucking this up, am I?
No, you're not. You have big dreams, Kevin. Big dreams. You are ambitious.
I just don't want to be like those assholes.
No, you don't.
I don't want to be like Loden.
No, you don't. And you're not.
All right.
But you have big dreams. You have an idealized vision of how you see Chicago. And unfortunately, realists are just idealists that got their hopes dashed. Okay. So literally, I'm going to tell you this. Strive for those dreams, but don't let them not coming true the way you expect them to be devastating to you. Adapt, grow.
Okay.
That's how you're going to succeed as a successful prince in Chicago.
Can I get one more thing?
What?
Can I get a hug?
Oh my God, what do I look like to you? Your mother?
No. You can look like a good friend that I can actually get a fucking hug from. Can't ask anyone else to.
And hugs him.
He'll give her a big old bear hug and go, thanks. Look, I didn't get to know my mom much. I didn't get to know any of my family real much. Hell, my dad was gone like when I was a kid. My mom kind of did a whole bunch of shit jobs. Never really got to know her. So, yeah, you're kind of like, not like a mom, but you're like a second mom. I hope you don't mind.
And she just taps his cheek and says, I'll let you know. And then she turns and walks out.
Thanks, team. And as Taylor heads away, we're heading towards. Now I actually have to flip my notes because I was actually taking notes during that little talk. Okay, we're going to Bastion.
Oh,
Where are you at, Bastion? You're meeting Martin. Where are you meeting him at?
I think Bastion invited him to go bowling.
Interesting. He'll show. He's been there, and he waits for Bastion to show up.
Bastion is not particularly late or anything. He just shows up in casual clothes.
Martin will always be with that fedora, which I do not have. Sadly enough, I can't go to Brazil to get it from Kai. So he's got a kind of that fedora down and is hiding a little bit just to make sure he's not breaking the masquerade. And as Bastion sets up to get his round started, he'll kind of slowly slip in.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to talk?
He looks smarting up and down. Yeah, I am interested in making contacts.
Oh, do tell. What kind of contacts do you want?
Your reputation precedes you, Martin.
I tend to do a lot.
A few of those Toreador groupies that you hired are actually my people. You know, they were talking about a very persuasive Nosferatu waving around Elysia. And so...
Oh, you're El Papa.
I tell them to not call me that, but yes.
Yeah, you can tell them all you want. They'll eventually call you what they think you're going to be called.
Indeed. Yeah, I am a little bit after Mala, one would say. Not really my business. I'm not a good teacher, but hey, I can tell what not to do. And
I think you're pretty good of a teacher when you don't realize it.
I'm also not known for my intelligence, one could say.
I would never say that.
Jokes aside, they were talking about this whole deal that happened in Elysia, and so I got a little more prying. And it's interesting the type of market that you're sharing. I am also working on that front, somewhat. Yeah.
And what kind of front do you work with?
Well, I go around people, and as they are talking, Bashan is indeed playing bowling. I go around people, ask them what they want, what they need, and I make connections. I do happen to know a lot of people in the city, and so if I need something from someone for someone, I make the bridge. A
I know that
fixer.
one well.
Yeah. You work more in the booms market, correct?
Oh, that's that's the rumor, I'm told. It's a currency I very much well enjoy playing with.
Interesting. I have a lot of things I would want. I have a lot of things that I would give, things I would need, and things other people would need from me. So booms are all my bread and butter. I don't usually do them. I kind of like do this pro bono, and then in the future, I was so nice to you. Why don't you help me on this?
That's the problem. You're doing pro bono and not grabbing the boon when you make it. Could be small. Always go small. Then let them stack up. That's what you're missing.
You are a professional, and so I am more than willing to learn. I think that the two of us could actually make a partnership of sorts.
So you want to learn how I do certain things so that you could turn around and benefit from my system of boons to create your own cash currency.
Not like you're not going to benefit as well.
How am I going to benefit out of that?
Well, I do happen to have a lot of contacts.
So
You
if
see,
I use your contacts, you get my boon system.
I know a lot of elders. I know a lot of fledgling. I know from Fimblood all the way up. Well, let's not spoil the fun. I know pretty much everyone, and I'm not really tied to anyone.
You are, though.
I just have a
You see,
coterie.
you have a coterie, but you have a lineage you're connected to.
Yeah. Ask them about my particular behavior in the city. Seek their opinion.
Oh, I already have. Though your Primogen has a very unique view.
Let me guess. How many insults? Was it more than that?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
On brand. On brand. Yes.
On top of that, we all know her little. What is she? What's she trying to come off as? A neonate? We all know her little neonate isn't who she says she is.
God damn it! Does my clan cannot do anything right?
No, because they're not Nosferatu.
A fucking secret identity. It's not that hard.
It is, especially when it comes to your line. Anyone that talks about or says her name in a conversation, 5 to 10 Toreadors all of a sudden get a better status or a better way of communicating or a better way of, I don't know, what the fuck is it in your blood that all of a sudden you name that fucking name and all of a sudden you get this star over you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Interesting.
And Bastion does have From this a very specific lore sheet, he has divine purity. And so he's very good at avoiding any type of blame.
Oh, yeah. He's not blaming you per se. He's just saying the bloodline.
Bastion has no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should talk and see that around Elysium. Any of the Elysiums. Interesting, though.
Oh, yeah. I Elysium hop a lot.
I do, only because sometimes debts have to be paid.
My sentiments, most of them suck.
Not if you get the good ones, especially when they're in the real crisis and you go for the big boons. They come up choice, especially with the little dilly we had last week.
I've heard.
It was fun.
You've employed a lot of people, and you also was there to see the passing of the torch.
It was a thing. That reminds me, I've got to see Edith at some point.
Edith, is she the one of the tattoo parlor?
Also known as the Painted Lady, yes. She does some excellent work. You should see her sometime.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I'll eventually get to meet her. But not to beat around the bush here. You'll find that I'm an expert on doing that. But the thing I want really, Martin, is to get a few requests done.
Okay.
And with those requests done, I am more than willing to pay for that. I can pay you in contacts, as I said. I do know many important names.
How about
If you
this?
Want...
How about this? This week, I have an apartment. We can say we're playing chess, and we can start talking a little bit more openly.
Sure. I have no problem playing chess, except I don't know the rules. You're going to teach me.
Don't worry. For every, shall we say, lesson I teach, I gain a contact and a boon.
Oh, you are greedy.
No. There's a boon. I'm going to show you how to deal with it. That way, as the boons stack up or as the contacts stack up, I'll show you how to trade it. I will not hold the boons over your head because it's a lesson. How's that?
A lot of people would say that's a terrible idea. But you see, I am very known for embracing some chaotic approaches at times.
I've heard of your, shall we say, gunslinging fights.
So yes, let's do this. I really want to know what you're hiding behind that big hat that you're wearing.
It's a classic fedora, my guy. Classic.
I heard people, my little plumer of Toreador, keep talking about that where those fedoras are not exactly the prime examples of general good behavior.
It's called plebs. It's called children, and it's called uninformed assholes. I, however, am a gentleman of the highest regard, that I will definitely give you the entire understanding of what a true gentleman is with a fedora. Any of those that decide to tell you anywhere mid-90s all the way through, trust me, they can only be the kind of man that I am.
Are you hitting on me?
Me? Not that I've known. Then again, I already know about, shall we say, a lovely friend that you have already. Never want to cross Mr. Neely.
You've talked with him.
Let's just say I hear things. I know
Mm.
things.
Yeah, he's very nice.
Yeah, you could say that.
But to round back this conversation, honestly, it has been great fun.
He hands you a card.
I take it.
Wednesday, 8
All
o'clock.
right. Very well. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. But I
Mhm.
have something to give you for free. A warning.
Ooh. Okay. I'm always good to hear about cautionary tales.
Mm-hmm. There's a very interesting blonde woman that's swerving around the city. She seems quite interesting in myself. She, however, is somewhat problematic on her affiliations. And he kind of looks around. She's very good at surveillance. So I really like the idea of us meeting, but be careful.
He kind of scratches his nose for a second and says, "Don't worry. What's my clan known for?"
Exactly.
And he will turn around and all of a sudden fade right in with the crowd and disappear.
Bastion will finish his bowling game because he's killing the set.
Absolutely. While you're killing the set, Magnus, where are we finding you?
Magnus is currently walking into Ballard Industry headquarters.
Caroline sees you coming in and meets you going, "Hello, Dr. Sanchez. How can I help you today?"
I want to see the big man.
Okay. Is he expecting you? And is this a good visit? Please tell me it's a good visit.
It's not a bad visit like last time.
Okay, good. It took us 4 hours to try and get a decent chair for him again. I've now ordered in stock as well as
Smart.
desks. I know. We weren't prepared for your information.
Yeah, well, should have been. That's one of the things I've told him. You got to watch who you put trust in.
Right.
Trust
Well,
but verify, I believe. Saying.
yes, it is. I keep reminding him of that. Anyhow, I mean, what are we supposed to do with some people that have? Yes, let's get to him. And she will get to the doors, open it up, and you're seeing him smoking a cigar, and he's reading the newspaper. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
And she'll close the doors. And
Hello,
he's sitting there
Horatio.
smoking. Oh, Jesus. Tell me that there's something good.
There's an opportunity for lots of business with all the princes that are coming into town soon.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to see how prepared you were for that.
As prepared as one can be. And he kind of folds up the paper, puts it off to the side, puts a cigar in the tray, and goes, "Well, I got a list of them.
Mm-hmm.
Got a list of all the cities that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
We've been making progress on what they need, what they want. I apparently maybe have walked in on Jackson and his Philly. She's gonna kill me if I call her Philly. Thank God she's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about some things. So I got a couple of ideas.
It's good.
We've already been branching out, seeing what we can actually utilize and offer. Caroline's doing most of the work right now. Actually, she's been knee deep in it for the past 2 weeks.
She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah, still pissed off that we couldn't embrace her in our clan. Still pissed off about that.
Well, sometimes you need some outside blood to help out with things.
Yes, but when you have a bruja who's better Ventru than your own granddaughter, it's kind of insulting.
I mean, Which granddaughter are we talking about? Just so I'm clear here.
Junie doesn't remember, but actually he has his granddaughter, and I believe it starts with an M. It's not the one that you're Mala of. I do remember that.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah,
Melina, Magnus is just like, Melina's a great right. Ventru. She's doing a great job.
No, it's the other one. It's Junie's blanking, but I'm looking for it now.
Well, you knew what she was like when you embraced her.
Yeah, well, sometimes you think that you can just raise something better than what you had. Kind of like, that whole thing about Toreador and the whole pottery thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to do. Didn't exactly
And how
work.
well did that work out for your sire?
Look, I can't help that Loden did what Loden did. At least I didn't get chased into the lake.
True. But you can learn from what he did.
That's why I'm the one who's still alive.
Neely's still kicking around.
Yeah. What about Capone?
Well, he shouldn't have been talking shit.
And what do I not do?
Exactly. And who taught you that? Was it Loden?
Yeah, but the thing is, you came in and just burst in about information, and I lose my shit.
Mm-hmm.
So there you are on that front.
I mean, regardless, you have a useless granddaughter, but, a very capable grandchild that I'm teaching similar to how I taught you.
True. Do you always come in here reminding me of how much of a kid I am to you, even though I'm the one with more money?
I mean, where did you get that money? Come on, Horatio.
I made it all. I got businesses.
And would you have survived the first 10 years if I hadn't been there?
Look, I paid you back tenfold on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And who helped you with your clinics?
Yeah. I'm just reminding you, you need to look beyond your clan. That's what'll get you strength in the industry. Don't just rely on Ventru, because y'all have some major blind spots.
Look, I will admit Jackson's one of the better of us. That's why I've been particular about who I embrace.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help it about the other shrubs.
Yeah, well.
That goes on to Naomi now. That's all Naomi's problem.
Exactly. Let her deal with it.
Not wrong.
Question.
Answer.
Prague. What's the situation there?
Shit. Isn't that the one with Karlak?
Yep. The usurper prince.
Isn't he Bruja?
Yeah, he is. I would not necessarily make deals with him, although he'll probably try and make deals with you.
He was an Anarch and then turned Justicar, and then he dumped all that shit. No, I'm saying Archon. Sorry, because I mean Archon, not Anarch. He was an Archon, then a Justicar, and then he went back to Prince?
Yeah, something like that.
Isn't that a failure?
Oh, absolutely.
So then, I mean, wait. He was the asshole who turned around and gave that one. She was a Venture, and I can't remember her name. If I don't remember their names, they become pretty much obsolete. It was Eleanor, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gave her that Venture shit, the Vanguard.
Yes, the ones I came and told you about last time I was here.
Yeah. They're all dead. How much more of a failure can he be?
Well, that's what I was asking you to find out, because I've heard word on the street that the prince he usurped from got away from him. So I wanted to see if anything had happened.
I think it was.
Yeah, Vasily.
I did hear something. Somebody's, shall we say, rumbling and making some noise. I'm surprised Cullick's actually going to show up, to be honest.
I mean, nobody
There's-
ever accused Bruja of making good decisions about rulership.
I mean, what about, okay, it's choice and it came from you
Mhm.
and not your coterie mate? I'm sure she'd beat the shit out of you for that one. Thank God you got fortitude.
I mean, it would be a fun brawl. But also, she's a historian, so she would be mad, but then she'd also tell me, that's fair.
Isn't she no, I can't say she's a pacifist. No, okay. All right,
No,
fair
she's
enough.
not a pacifist. Not at all.
Okay, you know what? I'd love to see you two brawl, and I'd put a wager on it.
How big of one?
A couple million. You can't throw it though.
What if you sold tickets?
Oh Jesus! Between the two of you,
Mm-hmm.
wait. Have this a little bit out of Chicago. Get the anarchs in, and as well as us.
Yeah,
Oh, you make
why
a
not?
killing. Couple shit. Just that alone, pre-sale tickets, at least a nice couple million. Maybe, depending on how wagers go, you could probably go and see about maybe a couple 100 million. But literally, the Bruja versus the Gangrel, seriously?
Mhm. Yeah.
And knowing
I can
her
talk to her about
reputation
it.
and yours.
I can talk to her about it when the princes are in town, get all the princes and their entourages to watch.
We could make some fucking bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might need to get a couple of, people there to make sure that we can heal up fast, but we have people like that.
He looks to Magnus and goes, I know we have people like that. Somebody kept somebody in the city.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
the way you stay alive, even after you're dead, is to always keep growing, always keep learning.
Oh, I
Keep
know.
yourself connected to life.
I'm aware of that. And you know who I'm talking about. I
Mhm.
give reports. I've also heard that whole thing that she's going on about with, what is it, a ranch?
Mm-hmm.
You put the spectacle on and you get Dr. Taylor to okay it. I'll not only donate to you, I'll donate to her shit too. And I'm not talking a cool maybe 2 or 3 million. I'm talking like 30.
Taylor will also want you to fund some of her archaeological digs. That'll probably be her price for it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
How many archaeological good digs are we talking about? I mean, and what
Yeah, let's
archaeological
say,
digs?
I don't know, I'd say probably like one a year for the next 30 years.
You know what? I'll spice it up. 2 a year for the next 50 years.
Okay. I'll let her know.
Foot the whole bill.
Okay.
Only if she's doing it.
Of course.
All right. Is that all
Magnus-
you need? And
Magnus takes out his phone and starts texting Taylor. Hey, how would you like to get funding for the next 100 digs you'd like to do?
Taylor responds back, who wants me to be their whore?
Nobody. But Ballard would like for us to have a brawl. Pay-per-view tickets, all of that.
Yeah, he wants me to whore for the money. Got it. We'll talk about this later.
Magnus just sends a laughing emoji.
oh, by the way, I took care of Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's thinking real hard about his shit.
Good.
Yeah, he's about he just kind of points down. He's sitting there for a bit.
Gotcha.
All right. Anything
Magnus
else?
is still. Magnus just like it's like he starts to walk out and then stops. He
Uh-uh.
looks at Ballard. He's like, "Have you heard anything about, you know, your sire?"
Loden?
Yeah.
No one's reached out to me. Why? Last time I knew, it was in a lake. Or
I've learned recently that things can come back out of the lake. And if he came back out, that could be destabilizing for Chicago.
I'll send my boys out.
Okay.
They'll find out.
All right. Talk to you later, Horatio.
Yeah. And as Magnus is leaving, where are we finding Spotter?
I would imagine he's looking. Well, he's looking for Thimble, one of his new proteges. She's probably up on a roof somewhere, watching.
She is. And it's just her tonight. She kind of has a lawn chair and kind of like this. It's the modern day of thing of like a sniper rifle kind of seeing thing, and she's using it as like kind of like a telescope, like a pirate. But she's got this lawn chair and she's sitting down and she's writing her observations and everything, and she's just kind of looking and watching.
So Spotter's obfuscated, and he will walk up just outside of the peripheral, and I'll look over her shoulder at what she's writing.
You see names. They're nicknames.
Mhm.
They're no one's official name. It's all nicknames. What they're wearing, what they've said. And it's all in this weird kind of shorthand.
Good. So he'll what is she watching? A building? A
She's watching
restaurant?
She's actually watching the front of the Elysium for the art museum.
So Spotter will drop obfuscate. He's holding 2 coffees from at the end.
Mm-hmm.
After the end. He hasn't moved forward yet. So what you doing?
Fuck off! My fucking God. She'll turn around and go, "You have a seat."
You don't seem the least bit concerned that I could have been dangerous.
I know it's you.
No. He smacks a coffee into her chest.
Ow. Hey, that's hot. Dude. I only do
drink it.
laundry once a week. Fuck. God damn. Hi to you too. So start drinking.
Question stands.
What am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Remember you told me to sit and watch and listen?
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you I could lip read?
No.
I'm lip reading.
So what are you lip reading?
Okay, well, you see those two over there?
Mhm.
The really, really pretty one and the kind of schleppy, like he spent like all of his life in a disco, but can't really decide if he wants to move out of the 90s or out of the 70s.
Who am I looking at?
You're just looking at two random Toritor.
Okay.
They're deciding which way they're going to go. They're not sure, apparently, if they want to go team, what is it, Pancake Gas? Or if they're wanting to try and go team Pompadour. yes, it's brand these new Toreador who think that they know all the shit about technology and they're trying to gain more influence.
Water actually laughs. Okay.
Yeah. So they're talking about that. Those two venture over there because you can tell by the way that their suits kind of almost it's like it's like a cult, really. And they're talking about their trading and whatnot.
Mhm.
Those two, I can't tell what they are just yet. They're talking about who's better in basketball, and they can't decide.
Mhm.
But there was a couple of people that just walked in, and they were talking about a whole bunch of stuff that the prince was thinking about doing with all the other people from outside coming in.
Oh, the convention.
Yeah, they're talking about who they think is coming, who's not coming, or where they want to see come, and then they're trying to think about who's talking about what and what the importance of it all is.
That's a good question. What do you think it is? What's the convention going to do?
Well, convention is a meeting of minds. At least the conventions I was at before I.
It's a meeting of humanoid things with minds within. Yes.
Like I said, meeting of the minds, and they're probably going to talk about
The
shit
shade
that
was at
I'm.
them, those minds working.
Oh, I mean, they're dead. The minds really aren't working. The synapses are dead, so therefore, I was implied. If I have to explain the joke, kind of dies.
As I've been told recently, I'm a little old.
Compared to what you are, or compared to the others, because I think you're kind of young compared to some of the others.
Some, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It was.
Why
Charlie.
don't you know? Oh,
She's way more perceptive than I signed on for.
Charlie has a mean right hook at times. Ow.
Wait, she punched you too?
Oh, well, I was coming to see you and she said that you weren't in. And I said, okay, well, I could sit here and wait. And she kind of didn't want me crowding in the hallway. So she kind of was gently ejecting me. And
sorry about that. She's still mad at me and you were the inadvertent recipient.
The fuck did I do?
Nothing. You said my name.
Oh, what the fuck did you do?
That's a long story.
We are kindred. I think we're going to have some time for that.
Yeah. I'm not telling that story right now.
Spoiled sport.
Let's just say I should have spoken to her before doing something.
You didn't ask for consent?
No.
Wow.
No, stop. Not that something.
No, I meant anything that had to involve her. You didn't ask her consent before you did a thing. I didn't decide. I'm not.
See, again, I'm old.
Okay, and who's the one who's trying to teach who now? Damn. So, yeah, I'm lip reading and she shows her notes, and as she actually shows her notes, I don't know if Spotted or Antera understand secretary shorthand. It's a lot of squiggly lines and everything. So go, I've been writing notes, though made sure that no one in our little place knows about this kind of handwriting. So I'm good.
Good. But remember, we're, as I keep saying, old. So some of the older ones, not old, but mid 1900s.
Got it.
Probably know that pretty well.
Okay, so keep it to myself.
Yeah, it was a lot more common back then. That's all.
Okay.
It's good. It's smart. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, so try interpretive dancing next. Got it.
Smoke signals.
I know those, actually. I was a Girl Scout.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, we're slowly trying to branch out, trying to learn this stuff. It's taking time, but we actually did a couple of weeks of learning how to do our powers. Yeah, we're not supposed to call them powers. Disciplines? So we are doing a whole bunch of disappearing and reappearing.
Mhm.
Gosh, some of them actually can hear things from
Oh.
long parts away, and yeah. So we're working on it. Do you want to meet us later or during the week? We can kind of run over some stuff. Oh, we got a couple new ones. That really weird guy that has the hoodie and kind of walks like this. He's got that tent city.
Neptune.
No. He's
Oh,
baby.
Waneka.
Yeah, that dude.
Waneka showed up at your haven.
We were actually walking and he kind of followed us and we all talked. So some of them went over to his tent city and some of us are still in the loft, but we found some new people. So we brought them over to his place. Apparently he's doing classes about how to be a better Nos.
Oh, guess the whole parenting thing has gone to his head.
Well, I ain't calling him daddy.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
That'd be weird.
The running joke is that both of us are co-parenting Neptune.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Okay. That's cool. All right.
The newest guy.
Mm-hmm. The one who's got, all the skin in the game because it all flops.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. I remember him. Yeah, he's an interesting one.
He is. He had a lot of interesting things going on before he was embraced.
That's fair.
That's
We
very
heard of
useful
it.
to us.
Yeah, I heard about it. It's an interesting one. Though the painted lady came by just to see how we were doing, but she was nice, kind of, a little creepy.
Eat it.
So yeah, some of them actually went and talked to her, got some tattoos.
Huh.
What? We're trying to network. We're all going to
So
be
you've
meeting.
met with 2 other elders in the clan.
Yeah, we
and
got
lost
invited.
members each time.
No, we didn't. Well, when we went to the painted lady, they got tattoos. We didn't lose anyone. But at the same time, we're actually going next week to the post office.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Keep me informed.
Okay. No problem.
But we can do some discipline training.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. The fun stuff.
Get us some pointers, Spotter.
I'll give you some pointers.
All right.
Well, don't rely solely on your disciplines. You got to back it up with skill.
That's what I'm working on now with.
Good. Because if obfuscate fails, it helps to be sneaky.
That's what we're working on. Between that and lip reading and understanding what the plot line of all of this is going on.
Okay. How many Nosferatu hang around out front?
Not that I can see. Only a few people that come in and out.
I'm going to use Sense the Unseen. See how many Nosferatu there.
I can't do that yet.
I'm not saying that out loud. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it.
You're going to see about 15. She can't do it.
15?
About 15 that are loitering around, coming in and out.
They're all obfuscated too. I love it.
Well, they don't want to break Masquerade in front of the art museum.
That's true.
I mean, can you imagine a whole bunch of Nosferatu just, doing a chorus line? I don't think that would work.
That would be amazing.
Only on Halloween.
But I mean, that needs to be Ballard's next pay-per-view.
Love to see that one. But no, we're working on it. But yeah, if you want to help us out, that would be great. I mean, this week would be perfect.
Yeah, no, I will. But
all right,
being able to see our clan, because we're not the only ones that can disappear.
We're not?
No.
Ooh. Got it.
Elcavians.
She makes another note. Okay. Those are the ones that talk to everyone in their head, right?
Yes.
Made the
They are
mistake
very
in
good at
writing
what
the-
they do. You need to be careful around them.
Yeah, we made the mistake about writing the L 2 weeks ago.
That's their I'm not going to say domain, but that's where they like to feed.
Oh, right. Got it. Ooh.
So
Okay.
just right on top of the L.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That didn't. No, we're good. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
I need mind
Yeah.
bleach. We're good.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, no. So I can show you that. It's super useful.
No, I appreciate it. That would be really helpful.
But on the other hand, some people who have that discipline can also hear, taste, see, smell extremely well. That's also useful.
Oh, one of us has that. You could tell what was going on, like right at the front door as I was reading their lips.
And honestly,
Yeah.
both of those would be good for you. You wouldn't
Okay.
even need the telescope or the sniper sight.
Used to do when I was a kid. It's kind of a little, used to tell them when my parents are fighting. And then I knew who was going to buy me off with whatever secrets I knew.
That sounds fantastic,
It
actually.
was good times. Yeah. Got the best Christmas presents. So,
Smiles Riley.
yeah. Well, if you want to sit here and watch, I can tell you what the next couple people are coming up and talking about if you want.
Yeah.
All right.
I got nothing planned.
Cool. And as you listen to her regale you about the next group of people coming towards, I think this is the perfect time to go to break.
All right. We'll be back in 10, y'all.
Welcome back. So we have a fun little thing, and I'm pulling up information right now because Junie at times forgets, and that's okay because that helps me turn around and go, "Oh yeah, right. We had a thing going on." Rose Hill Cemetery. So I'm assuming that the group is deciding to get together for a little coterie, I would say pre-slaughter, like little get together, or are we just all meeting at Rose Hill Cemetery, which is on the north side where we hadn't been there in a while.
I say we honestly know it happens on the night of the full moon.
Okay.
So we've agreed to just meet up there that night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to have you roll because I think some of you have pretty good auspice. It's the full moon. And as you guys come up on the cemetery, it's quiet. There's one lone lantern that is at the gravesite. And with the mausoleums, the lanterns just before it. And normally there would be a small little crowd, as you guys have heard. But there isn't. There's one man dressed in a black suit. He's got like this hood over his head and he's trying to clean up, kind of get evidence or at least get things out of the way. Like somebody's closing shop.
Well,
And he's packing up things, so go for it.
Bastion is gonna look at the coterie. Should we perhaps question that man?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion gives us little steps forward, and he is going to utilize Mopomne. And with Mopomne, he is going to say, "Hey, I would like to talk." And he's utilizing all with Mopomne.
Okay. That's choice. Got it. He's going to look around. And when he feels he's not exactly happy about all of this, but at the same time, he just goes, you hear this quiet, Because I'm sure somebody has heightened senses on right now.
Imagine this.
You have a minute or two. I don't want to be out here any longer than I need to.
Sure, no problem, buddy. Do tell, what you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Cleaning the place. Are you the graveyard keeper?
There's no graveyard keeper at midnight. They all go home at 6.
Well, then, that begs even more of a question.
Why do you care?
Huh. Bashan is saying that as he's approaching, face front, no problems. I've been quite investigating this place. I had an aunt that she was acting a little weird, and as I came around, apparently she is coming to this place at midnight, at full moons, things like that.
Are you taking her to see a doctor?
See, yeah, that's why she's not here, but I would like to know what's happening. Is this like a drug circle or anything?
Tilts his head to you. And the covering of his face, he kind of slowly pulls a little bit back. And it's clear this man is gaunt. Whiter than sheets. Almost his skin is translucent. You can see the hollowness of his eyes. It's all black. And he kind of gives you this look like, dude, really?
Oh, no. That makes things a lot more easier.
Good. Because I don't know anyone by your description.
Fine. He's one of us, everybody.
Taylor will approach. What's in the
Will
bag?
as well.
Garbage.
Taylor's going to approach.
He opens the thing. He's not
And
hiding
she's going to
anything.
look. What's in the bag?
You are going to find, literally, he was cleaning things out. So you're seeing old clothes, you're seeing weapons that have been broken, little garbage, broken knives, broken glasses, as in drinking glasses.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing old bits and tits of like ripped bandages or things that no longer
Are they
serve a
bloody?
purpose. Yes and no. It is not fresh. It is completely old blood. Like it's been there for a hot minute. Say like maybe more than like a year, 2, maybe 3.
So are you cleaning things out, moving on?
I was told it's best to, shall we say, remove our existence from this place. As well as I don't want to get caught by them.
By them?
Yeah.
Who?
Not good. Has Spotter joined the group yet?
He's obfuscated and he's behind the guy.
He just kind of looks at everyone.
Magnus walks up at this point. He has eyes of the beast and feral weapons, obviously roused.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you don't want to be around them. They're crazy. I mean, we're all crazy at times, but no, I'm totally checking out, man. Not even worth it.
Okay, calm down. We're here to
calm.
talk.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, we are not indeed crazy. We find this quite entertaining to see someone tapping out. Why don't you name
They only have names. Dude.
Did they call themselves anything? A group, a club, or something?
What about the Nikto?
I'm sorry.
The Nituku?
I have no idea what that is.
The
did
fuck
they
did you
not?
say?
And Spotter
Shit.
appears behind him.
The fuck did I not say? I'm not saying the word again.
Okay, the thing you just said is in the city.
The thing I just said is here. I don't know if it's in the city. I don't know if it's out of the city. All I know is people are going. People are disappearing. I don't want to be here. I don't want to catch anything and be around anything. All I know is that I want to go.
Is it just one?
If that name even comes out of my lips again, I don't know. All I know is it started from the north. As in, it came down. I don't know if it's one or it's two or three. Hell, it could be a whole fucking pack for all I know.
Fuck.
You might want to tell the slightly. You may want to tell him what's going on. He even though he looks really nice, the eyes right now are just kind of glazing over. I don't want to explain it.
It's one of me, one of us.
Yeah.
But it thinks it can heal itself by killing all of us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I assume
They're very old and very dangerous.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they haven't been killed yet. Okay.
All I have to say is this is all left of the people I knew because they were hiding down there. I'm cleaning it up, getting rid of everything.
Ooh.
It was hiding down there, or people hiding from him were hiding.
People were hiding down there.
People like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually want 1 second, and Bashan is going to shove his hand in the middle of the trash bag. And
sure.
He's gonna utilize Spirit's Touch.
Oh shit.
Jay!
We're rolling, y'all.
Bastion's about to get emotionally flashbanged.
Yes, he is.
This is going to be traumatic for him. Have fun.
I love this story. We don't have measure.
What's measure?
We
I don't
measure
know.
all the
Roll
time.
real quick.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Limits.
As soon as Magnus sees Bastion do that, he just kind of steps up behind him and puts his hands on both of his shoulders.
Wise choice. Well done.
And while
And he's just
Bastion's
going to hold him in place
doing this,
with
and she's like,
strength aroused.
she looks to the sky and she says, look, I get it. You want to run. What the fuck were you doing down here?
Preface. I was not doing anything down here. They were doing shit down here. I am the one who said don't. They didn't listen.
What were they doing down here?
Well, I'm sure being that I know all of you, you know, the little thing that everyone wanted, as the gentleman said, coming down every midnight of once a month, doing the things that they were doing. I did not partake or participated. I'm the
Mass
messenger.
embraces?
No. They were just trying to keep a whole thing of ghouls going on.
Oh.
They had a whole inch. Yeah. Every month they come in
and refresh them
and get all the information that they had been sent out to get.
Oh, and because it was the Sabbat who did it, of course it had to be on specific nights in a ritual practice.
Yeah.
That makes more sense now.
Spooky.
So we can expect a bunch of those ghouls to be losing their shit now.
At some point.
And you didn't have any of those?
No. Do I look stupid? I know I look nice. I am. But I'm not that stupid. I'm just here. Look, if I was Sabbat, would I be cleaning up this mess?
Bastion got 3 successes on his Spirit's Touch.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'd be saying fuck out when I'm gone. I'm cleaning shit up.
So,
Do you need to know? Go on.
so you were the only Nosferatu,
Yeah.
is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Not exactly the best jobs, let me
And-
tell you.
It would make sense that you weren't
He gets
part of it because you are still here talking to us.
He gets it. All right. With the 3 successes for Spirit's Touch. With the state of the clothes and the asset you've put your hands into, you get about 5 people. Their emotions range from panic to hatred to ironically blissful release, and pretty much I want to say frightening confusion. You all, let's see, emotional state. The surroundings, actually, they were all in pitch dark. I'm also seeing. Sorry, I'm trying to read and get everything done. Okay. Pretty much what you're looking at with the 3 successes, the room was pitch black, dark. There's a lot of screaming. All the emotions I've already explained. And I'll give you this. You hear slicing. Somebody was using tools. And then a lot of drinking. And it didn't sound like 1. It didn't sound like 2. It sounded possibly maybe 3. But then again, you are now diving into maybe 5 people's collective memories. So with the 3, it's kind of hard to figure that one out. But again, you're hearing what everyone else heard while they were dying.
Okay.
But they were all kindred.
All right. So I assume that is quite shocking for Bastian. So he's going to throw himself back as thinks Magnus is catching him and goes,
No, Magnus just
Ooh.
is holding him in place. Like he's got his hands on his shoulders, just like holding him still.
"Oh, thank you, Magnus. Holy fuck. We're looking at most likely 3.
3.
Yeah. Terrible memories in this whole thing. Very painful death. Tools were used and lots of drinking happened.
I need to get back to the city.
You absolutely need to get back to the city.
You
We're all in the
also might
city.
want to bring our dear lone survivor with you on that one.
I'm
Mhm.
not even the survivor. Nobody survived.
Fine,
I
then
was.
you're the one who knows the most. Welcome to being important. It
It
is truly
stinks.
awful.
Mhm.
I wasn't even a
Ye-
part of their bullshit.
No,
You
but
are.
you know of it and you know what happened to them.
Mhm.
Listen, are you Nos or are you Sabat?
Nos, why do you think I'm cleaning up shit?
Then you're
Then
coming with
go
us.
talk to the Nos in this city.
Oh, I
Mhm.
was planning on doing that before I jetted.
Yeah.
Duh.
Congrats, you got one
Congrats,
of the
you
elders
have
here
an
to
escort now.
introduce you.
What's your name?
Never got one.
Well, then make one up. What do you want to be called?
Wait,
Shit. Whiskey.
Whiskey. All right.
Cool.
I like mine neat.
when were you embraced
So
this
do I,
guy?
actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Whiskey,
I'll introduce you to a place
how new are you?
after.
New?
Yeah.
There was that weird ass shit that happened in 93. And then all I know is walking my dog because the wife said, go walk the fucking dog. I went to walk the fucking dog. And all of a sudden, dogs came walking on me. And as I apparently lay dying, some guy brought me into a sewer, killed me, and then got me this and said, good luck, buddy. Have fun. And then kind of walked away.
Was this a Nosferatu or a gangrel?
I was about to say
Ooh.
that's almost as bad as my sire.
All I
Yeah.
know is
If you can send this gentleman here, and she points to Theo, might be able to suss out who did that to you, so we can
sure.
fuck
I
him up.
mean,
Oh, easy. I could easily find your sire. That wouldn't take it much at all.
look, all I know is this: is that I left everything, didn't go back. These chunkalops at least gave me food, show me how to feed, and
Yeah.
I was like, hey, look, I didn't want to do their crazy ass bullshit, and I don't care about any dude named Kane. So I'm like, look, let me live. I'll do your dirty work, as in you're cleaning up and shit. Just don't involve me in crap.
Oh, so the Sabbat didn't adopt you so much as start training an errand boy.
Thank you for describing me being a lapdog. Yeah.
Well, it seems like you
Well,
aren't
you
anymore, and
survived,
Theo
didn't
will
you?
just gesture
Well,
at the thing.
Mhm.
To be fair, we can do much better with you.
But yeah, come. Literally, you have an escort.
Sure.
It's fine. I'll take the bag.
Boy. Yeah. Sorry. Good
I'm
luck.
actually going to text Cedric. I need to tell Cedric.
Yeah.
To start. See if he's
look.
at his office.
Magnus is going to release the feral weapons and text Josephine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Go ahead. Sure.
And he's just going to say, hey, where and when can you meet us? We have some things for you to look over. Some people met a bad end. We need information if possible.
You get a text not even 30 seconds later, like, where are you at? I can meet you. Writing the L.
Tell her to meet us at the cell block.
Okay. He just texts back the cell block.
Be there in a jiffy.
We want to split up because I'm probably going to go to Elysium to see Cedric.
Yeah, sure. Take whiskey with you.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, if you guys need to go do a thing,
No, no,
I
no,
still
no,
have
no.
a lot more cleaning to do.
We can come back and do that later.
Right. This is more important.
This is more important.
The cleaning
Okay.
can be handled.
You've just said that basically a group that is notorious worldwide for hunting Nosferatu is in this city.
Mhm.
That's really important. And we are about to have a very important thing going on in this city, and we don't need that fucking it up.
Which might include
What-
some other Nosferatu who are very
What's-
important and need to stay alive.
Yeah.
And
Who's,
for the very
what's
first time in a while, the clan's pretty stable.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you don't
we
need to
have a
know
clan?
everything, but you just need to know that
Cool.
you need to go talk to the Nos. And the
Yes.
first one to
Sure.
talk to is the Nos Primogen, who is now Cedric Calhoun.
Okay, I never heard of him.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you're going to
about
meet him. He's fantastic.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Do I need a bow or a crepe or steel or shit? Or what do I do?
Say
Don't worry
hi.
about it for right now. Just say hi.
Okay.
Seems like he needs to be enrolled in some classes.
Look, 10 years of at least knowing to hide my shit is the best I've done.
Yes, you
And
got
that
a
is good.
Sabbat education, which is a decent foundation, but you need to expand.
Mhm.
Yeah, we literally have schools for that. Don't
You
worry.
passed grade school. Now you get to go to high school.
There are schools for being this? And he just
Yeah.
he doesn't drop the
Technically.
thing, but he
Technically.
the
Technically.
fuck? Do I get a graduation and shit?
You get to survive
Yeah.
to tomorrow night.
Yeah, actually, you do.
Okay, good. I've never graduated before. This will be cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
I'm going to probably the art museum. Where you guys? Who's going where?
I want to look into who has interests or owns parts of this cemetery. It feels
Okay.
like that might help us learn something more.
Magnus, I'll head with you to cell block to talk to Josephine.
Yeah.
I'll go with you, Spotter.
Okay. Cool.
No, don't worry.
So you say that now.
How did you how to shoot?
Sir,
This way
You
you're
know how
gonna
to
be
shoot.
shots of whiskey.
Dude, I was a bartender.
That This is a terrible coincidence. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know, right? So as you guys go off, who would like to go first in all of this chaotic mess? Anyone in particular? We can have Taylor and Magnus go first.
Sure.
And then go with Spotter and Bastion, and then round it with Theo.
Sounds good.
Okay. So as you guys go to the cell block, the owl passes by. And as you guys move into your particular, are you guys going to sit there and wait for her? Or are you guys going to go
We're
down?
going to have a conversation while we're waiting for her because Magnus texted her basically where him and Ballard have come up with this idea for her to whore out her fucking self for money.
By all means, please have this conversation. I'm just going to sit here and watch now.
Mm-hmm.
And she takes out her phone and says, so what the fuck have you and Ballard come up with?
Oh, I made a comment while I was talking to him about how Bruja throughout history haven't always made the best decisions as rulers. And he said you would probably fight with me over that.
But not wrong. Okay.
See, that's what I thought your reaction would be.
Because neither have been true, okay?
Oh, 100%.
I mean Rome fell.
Exactly. Let's be fair. Kindred don't have a great track record at all in that
Not
respect.
at all.
But he said, you would probably fight me over that. And then he said he would pay to see that. And I was like,
of course he would, because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, and I was just thinking, there's going to be a lot of princes in town who would probably also pay to see a Bruja and Gangrel throwdown.
Oh yeah, let's see. Let's watch the riff-raff fucking tear each other apart.
So.
Oh. Magnus.
Uh-huh.
We can put on a spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to think they're coming to see a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, we're going to have a debate.
Okay. Not quite my strong suit, but go on.
No, it can be over the most mundane fucking shit. They're going to spend all their fucking money. Ballard's going to pay me for all those fucking expeditions, thinking that they're getting one thing. Because fuck them. Fuck all of them.
No. Here's the thing: is he would not even actually be mad about that.
No, because he would realize that I'm fucking cunning.
Also, he would have their money, and that's the whole point of things. We just have to make sure that everything is worded correctly in the advertising.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. And we can get really impassioned about the debate. It can be like fierce, but it will not come to blows.
Okay. That sounds fun.
But yeah, have Evie there, like literally have like people that can fucking patch us up there with the intent. I mean, it can be in a ring. Oh my God. I know the perfect place. Okay. So literally, and instead we just have a heated debate.
Okay.
Because fuck them.
I'm down for this.
I also have an idea. My next expansion over where my businesses are, I am actually going to have a massage center there with actual like licensed massage therapists. But after hours, I've been having Thin Bloods in the garden cook up something.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to test it out. And I'm thinking after hours, we could offer an experience to vampires that they would never think that they could ever have. A massage where they could feel every sensation as if they were alive.
That would be a powerful thing to offer.
Yeah. Money,
Mm-hmm.
favors,
Oh yeah.
prestation.
Yeah, you could get plenty of boons for that.
Hmm. And who better to showcase that to than a conclave of princes?
I mean, you would probably need to like what is that saying? The first taste is free?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah. And I mean, that also would be a little bit of a showcase. I don't think you would probably want to bring it up because there are some hardliners, but it would be a way to showcase without saying anything what the Thin Bloods can actually offer.
Exactly. Exactly. Because it's done with the way I have them formulating it. It's basically a massage oil.
That could work.
That basically will spark the nerves. Hmm.
God, can you imagine some of these people have probably not had any sensation like that in
Can you
centuries?
imagine how fucking touch starved so many of them are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Once I talked to those youngins and they said they could do something like that, I'm like, oh my God, this is gold.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna do a lot.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. I'll be testing it. Gonna have a few others test it to make sure it's safe and effective kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as we should have that done by the end of the week. And
Do you
yeah.
want Evie and I there just for
Yeah, no, that'd be great. That would be great. Yeah, just to make
Okay.
sure, and you know, absolutely, if you're willing to be test subjects as well with it, to make sure that, you know, based on,
Yeah.
you know, various, you know, variety of clans and such, that it will work, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that would be great.
You should probably bring in a NOS too.
Absolutely, I can bring any.
Actually,
I'll
8
bring.
ball.
No. Urzuli and Adzi will come.
Okay.
They would love that shit.
Oh yes, I was just thinking 8 ball with her situation.
But no, for testing, I want to keep it as in-house as possible.
Makes sense.
That way it doesn't get out that I'm doing anything until I know it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
So
You will start to hear boots kind of like thumping down.
Mm-hmm.
And you will see Josephine coming up, kind of waving. And she's actually not in a dress. She's in what looks like World War II engineering jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
And she's wearing boots at the time. Her hair's all up, kind of like in this multi braid thing. And she just smiles and goes, "How y'all doing?"
Doing all right. Is this a new
excellent,
look or
Josephine.
a
How are
special
you?
occasion?
Wow, too many voices. I'll let the lady go first and then I'll go back to you, Magnus.
I just
That's
asked
okay.
how you are.
Doing all right. I did some interesting kind of things with some of our newest people coming in, and we did a whole ride on the L. Hence why I'm not in the dress, because it makes a whole mess when you're jumping from train to train. So it was fun. What are you doing? What'd you say, Magnus? I'm so sorry.
Oh, I was just asking. I was saying that this was a nice look on you and asked if it was a special occasion or a new style.
Oh no! This I wore this back in war. I told you about my war days when I was a sniper and I ran on the back of a Shadow Lord. He was not exactly thrilled, I might say, but we had to do something about it, you know. We were fighting us about at the same time, and they were fighting these what was it, black spiral dances. And so we were
Yeah.
all kind of coming together for it was like once in a lifetime thing, let me tell you. So, what can I do for y'all?
We finally got around to addressing the cemetery issue with, the midnight at full moon stuff. Yeah. And Taylor takes the bag off the floor and sets it on the table. That's the remains of a number of Sabbat Nos that we're using the cemetery to refresh ghouls
Mm-hmm.
once a month during the full moon.
We're having a picnic too.
But yeah, and they got taken out by a faction of Nos that tend to hunt other Nos. Are you familiar with the Niktuku?
You don't say that name.
Well, I've said it.
Okay.
Supposedly there's probably at least 3 around.
We want to be sure. Bastion's
wanna
not
be
as
sure.
experienced with this as you are.
So that was what Bastion possibly got from this, but granted, he's reaching into what remains of 5 individuals, so it's a little much. But that's what this is.
You want me to do it now?
Can you?
I mean, I can. I just, oh, wow.
I mean, if you don't want to do it now, take it with you and treat it as homework.
On the full moon, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Was anyone at this full moon in particular, or no?
It happened before the full moon. We were coming there.
We were coming
on
there
the full moon,
on the full moon,
and they had been
destroyed.
eliminated.
And there was no one there to get refreshed, so I don't know what happened with all those ghouls. But there was a Nos there cleaning up that was actual Nos, not Sabbat, then Nos. He had just tagged on with them because they actually helped him survive. He was an abandoned Abrace.
Oh, that's pity.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I will take this home because I'm going to need a couple of people to help me.
Okay.
But do you need somebody next month to kind of sit around and see if anyone wants to be there?
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, we could probably send some people, but I would imagine with their bonds broken, we're going to be seeing people losing their minds.
Oh, well, darling, that just means we need to have a full moon picnic. Ever been to a full moon picnic?
Yes, I have actually.
With us?
Not with y'all.
Well, it's probably the most delightful picnic you'll ever be into. And you know what? I think I can scrounge up some of my compatriots in the clan, and we'll have a good old Malkavian full moon picnic over there. For
Okay,
them.
you guys enjoy yourselves.
Oh, we always do.
Mm-hmm.
It's great fun.
But yeah, so that's what we got. And
Fine.
they are no longer there, no longer doing it. And the Nos that was more Nos than Sabbat is on his way to talk with Cedric, with Spotter and Bastion.
Which cemetery was this?
I've already forgotten.
Rosehill.
Rosehill.
Got it. Well, I'm sorry y'all had to go in through this. It seems kind of icky, but we'll figure it out for you.
I have seen so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least they left the ashes.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure
there
that
may be some more in the mausoleum.
Oh.
Some more remains, but so it might be a good idea to just, do your thing there.
She closes her eyes for a moment. Okay, yeah. I have about 4 or 5 people coming in. We're all going to be there. we'll let you know. How's that?
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
Josephine.
appreciate you telling me.
Yeah, no, definitely that's something that, the council should be aware of. And I'm sure Cedric's going to bring it up. But yeah, well,
just
maybe.
in case he doesn't.
Just in case he doesn't, you're aware too.
No, that's fair. Who's got the little lamb?
Spotter has him.
Spotter.
Do you want to text Spotter that we're gonna hold a little funsies over at the cemetery so he can let Cedric know?
Yeah, I'll take care of that, and she'll.
Because
That's
we'll give
Spotter.
them the information. No worries.
Yeah.
5, you said.
In that bag, yes.
5 nos in that bag.
And with all the weapons and everything, they ain't stand a chance.
Mm-mm. At least, and Bastion seemed to think it probably 3 that took them out.
This was a horrible century to stop drinking. Very bad century.
After the end can really help with that.
Darling, don't you start tempting me with that.
I mean, she
Don't you
comes to the cafe that they run near my place for tea every night.
Every night. You have tea. I can drink.
Yes.
Fantastic. You know how long it's been without tea? Good Lord. All right, let me go do this and do all the proper primogen stuff, and I'll get back to you on this. I'm so sorry you had to walk in on all of it, but
Comes with the territory.
Hey, we're trying to keep this place as stable as possible.
I know, and I appreciate it. You know that. Do I owe you anything for this? I don't think I do,
not.
but I just want to cover my bases.
No, because you're
course
doing
not.
something for us.
Gotcha. All right. Well, you all have a lovely night, and I'll be back. Much later.
Have a good night.
Mm-hmm. And as she heads off, leaving Taylor and Magnus at the end, Spotter and Bastion, you are taking whiskey to the Elysium.
And I've texted Cedric beforehand, just let him know. In his office. Meet in his office.
Yep. And it's not that hard to go to his office. Of course, it's underneath in the basement. And you turn around and find your way there. And his door is open, lights are on, and he's waiting for you guys.
Cedric.
He looks up going, Spotter,
Bastion.
Mr. Bastion,
Mr. Calhoun.
Whiskey.
Plush, Mr. Whiskey.
And he'll close the door.
Seeing the two of you, especially in the coterie I know you both to be in, I'm sure it's not glad tidings.
Oh, it's
No.
worse than that. Far worse
Oh,
than that.
fantastic. Great.
Okay, I want to break the news, Spotter, or do I bring my bit first?
Let me. This particular bit of news, I should be the one to break.
Please.
Sure.
So we were visiting. There was a Sabbat thing going on at Rose. Jesus, I just forgot the name of the cemetery myself.
Rose Hill.
Rose Hill Cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Whiskey was there, cleaning up something.
Okay.
Now I know you're not a bingo guy.
Right.
He was cleaning up the remains of some wayward Nosferatu, Sabbat,
Mm-hmm.
who had all been taken out by Nick Tuco.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
my bit to say on this is that I actually shoved my hand in the midst of the remains to quite grab some residual information. Apparently, they fought back. They were utterly destroyed. And it was most likely a tree.
Oh, so you're telling me that it's about Nosferatu were destroyed, not by 1, but 3.
Indeed.
And you just shoved your hand right in the the thing and did the thing.
He did.
Mhm.
Right.
Whiskey here actually is a found. He was in the midst of the, Sabbat pack, but he wasn't actually doing Sabbat business. He was just their cleanup boy because he was abandoned embrace by the clan. Circa
Wait.
the 90s, right? He looks at Whiskey.
Right about 93, when nothing at all was happening in the city. Yep.
Of course.
Um,
That time of year.
Just quickly, though, before we continue,
Mm.
Magnus, Dr. Sanchez, and Taylor, they both
Mhm.
they engaged the services of Josephine to look at the remains. They are doing
Miss
that.
Davis.
Miss Davis.
Okay.
Yes. So they
I
will.
have-
She will, of course, share that information with you when she has it.
Right. So I have to deal with Miss Whiskey and then Miss Davis. Great. Fantastic. This day couldn't get any better.
Nope.
Mm.
This isn't going to go over great.
I've
Which
seen
isn't-
lead balloons that actually have taken flight better.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Got it.
right about, like, what? How far are we from the convention?
Mm,
Couple of
few
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Few weeks. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, just
Yeah.
I think they just thought you wanted to be christened, for your
Spotter, there are
convention.
ways to christen me into the pre-mission ship, and this is not on my bingo card.
It's the effort that counts.
What's
Yeah.
the name of the expression trial by fire?
You mean baptism by fire?
Well, I'm not sure a Catholic, but there's a lot of fire involved.
Just me from her Irish. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
So, how do you want to disseminate this information? You want to tell the prince immediately?
right. I've seen lead balloons that have gone off faster than this.
Mm-hmm.
I will talk to the prince and tell him what you've just informed me, because he's going to want to know right away. How many more have perished is now my next question.
You won't.
And how long have they been here?
Great questions.
Mr.
Whiskey.
Whiskey. How long were they there?
I don't know. Oh, how long were the people in the thing?
Mm.
Oh.
Like you were cleaning up from when? And the blood was dry on the weapons, so.
Oh, yeah. I mean, shit. The last time I saw them was literally 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But they had been living down there for like ages.
Right. And these, the bad guy, came down from the north, you said, correct?
Yeah. I mean, from what I heard, they were going right through. I heard they kind of like skipped past Milwaukee. They kind of like went around.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was weird because aren't there Nosferatu in Milwaukee?
For sure as shit are Masquerade in Milwaukee.
Yeah. And they kind of skipped past there.
Well, they're old. Like I said, they're old. They're very strong. They're very powerful.
They went
There
to
had
the
to have been
Goblin
something
Roads
bigger
without
and
any
stronger
help.
in the city.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Nope.
I can't go yet.
Nope.
Nope. Welcome to the family.
Okay. And Cedric's just like, all right, okay. So he needs to go to class and we need him to get to bed.
Mhm.
I'll handle that. It's fine. That's easy.
I'm going to start getting my youngsters to double their security. Not that it'll matter, possibly, but it'll make me feel better.
Better to tell everyone you know.
Mhm.
Well, within the family, of course. As soon as we can turn around and buff our security up, we can turn around and help others as well.
Yep.
I'm assuming your friends and your coterie all know.
They were there, correct? Yeah, and I'm sure I can tap Dr. Smith. Yeah, to do some tracking if needed.
Hey, this is gonna be fun. Not what I had in my bingo card for 2011 at all.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. By the
Favorite,
way,
yes. This, no.
by the way, Cedric, you may know that my capabilities are very good with firearms. So I don't know how good are Nick Tuco at dodging bullets, but I'm very good at hitting things with bullets.
They're old, Mr. Bastion.
I'm very fucking good.
Just they've been predators for a lot longer than most of us have been alive.
I have shrapnel bullets.
But no shade on your abilities, because I've seen more.
They're about 500 to maybe 1,000 years old.
If you prefer to fight those things at close distance with a sword, be my guest. I'm offering you options to fight them at a distance.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna go see the prince. Maybe dodge a couple of his swings.
Do you want me?
And
Because I can put my cap on. It'll mellow him right up.
No, it won't, because you know better than this.
I do, but I won't do anything about it.
It's okay. I've already gotten the text of trying to make sure that certain people don't send certain texts to him about certain things about baseball teams.
I don't know what he means. Or you mean?
Yeah, I saw the GIF. Or the picture.
It was really good, right?
See? Okay. I'm going to go. Gentlemen, if you don't mind. Thank you for the information.
Of course. Have a good
You
evening.
might want to tell your sister, or you might want to tell your sire too.
Oh, yeah. She just loves when I show up with bad news.
Oh, don't forget the baby. He points at whiskey.
I know.
The baby's probably trying to sneak out.
No. He's coming with me. We are doing introductions now.
Oh, you get to meet the prince in your first night and then please see him. Oh.
And the whiskey's just like, fuck. I just wanted to go. Damn it.
Ask him why he's called a prince. He loves explaining it.
So just like, no, I will do that on the ride there. Gentlemen, have a lovely evening.
Of course.
And as he heads out with the baby Nos, Theo, what would you like to do?
Shockingly, Theo is going to do something impressively mortal.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
He has a contact at 2 dots as an underworld fixer.
He does.
He does not know their name. That's not important. What he knows is that they can help him find certain things.
Absolutely.
So he has called them up to essentially ask, I need to know who the owners of Rose Hill Cemetery currently are, and maybe a few records back just to be safe. So Theo's basically just trying to have someone in a criminal sense get public records that he just can't be asked to get himself.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Geez. Junie doesn't even know that. That's why Google is free, and I love this. You will actually hear your fixer starting to type information in, and she'll look at it going, well, it looks like Service Incorporation International bought it in 91. But it looks like right now, the city of Chicago is actually trying to acquire it with the intention of transferring it to the Chicago Park District to maintain and protect. So it's actually, for all intents and purposes, kind of up for sale.
Interesting.
You want to buy it and then sell it to the city? I mean, you give him a nice chunk of change.
It wouldn't be bad. No, I've just been trying to look through some things on it. Thanks for pulling up what you could.
Yeah, it's all I'm looking at the whole transition here. I mean, I can go all the way back to when it started.
If you could get me a copy of who all has owned it since the beginning.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's not a problem. How do you want? I can send you an email right now.
Perfect.
What
And
else?
then that's all. The usual payment will be sent to you when I can. Shouldn't be more than a couple of nights.
Oh no, I have to wait a couple of nights. What am I going to do?
I don't know. Make tea, drink hot chocolate, punch someone in the face. I'm sure you have plans.
Who the fuck drinks tea and why the hell? I'm older than hot chocolate. I drink coffee.
Feels like you're just a bit bitter towards a rather good drink.
No, when you lived here for most of your life, you kind of sour on things. It's fine.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, anytime. You just let me know. And the email sent.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And from that, Theo will hang up and then mutter more to himself than anyone else. She could be an interesting ghoul. And then get the information back to his coterie as best and as covertly as he can for the cemetery stuff. And then he's basically just going to announce, I'm going to buy it.
Okay. And I sent you the information request.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And with that, as poor Whiskey is now finding himself in a completely new world, Cedric is educating him as they're going to the prince. I leave the coterie. Any last thoughts or anything you'd like to do before we end? Okay.
Buy something nice for 8-Ball at the end before seeing her.
That's very wise. Very, very wise. So thank you so much, you all, for coming, for watching. I appreciate it. And we're going to turn all this over to Mama.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And do join us on the Discord. That is where we hang out when we are not streaming. We also will be occasionally doing some Friday night Zoom hangouts with our community there. So you need to be on our Discord to participate in that. And also, we announce there when folks go live, not just us, but also our friends. So you need to be part of the Discord community, y'all. And if you would like to see back episodes of this or any other streams that run on our channel, you can go to our YouTube page right now. That link is in chat. And also check out the London Esoteric Society YouTube page. That is where our European GM, Dr. Tiss, posts her content for perpetuity. So go give her some love at the London Esoteric Society YouTube. And please check out our amazing friends who also stream. Junie, what you got going on your channel, girl?
Well, I was streaming today, but Comcast said no. So we have a new router. Yay!
Yay!
But normally, yes. So I turn around and I like to gently choke and striggle yarn. Why? Because it makes me feel better. I don't really look good in orange, but the carrot does. I turn around and do a lot of crocheting, crafting, whatnot. I also turn around and play games once in a while because I am a gamer too. And I hook. Shanky, I hook. I'm a hooker. Okay, there you go. Everyone,
I said last night. You're the hooker. I'm a hooker and a stabber. So.
That's fair. When I do cross stitching, I stab, but I'm mostly a hooker. Okay. If I'm not streaming, you can find me over on Ravenous Archon stream on Tuesdays and alternating Tuesdays and Thursdays for 7C and Scion, and then I'm here on a Wednesday, guys. They have me on Wednesdays for the moment for Dark Ages. Ugh. And then I'm here every Saturday. So check the schedule. I'm somewhere. Thank you very much.
Yep. So go give Junie some love on her channel and check her out when she streams, usually on Saturdays, sometimes on Sundays as well, for doing her crafty stuff. She's a lot of fun. And do check out Ravenous Archon. He does stream multiple nights a week with various TTRPG games that are not D&D. Go give him some love. Okay. He's chained to our channel every freaking Wednesday game. And We love him to bits, but literally go check him out. And Mischievous Red does occasionally stream on her channel. And as she likes to say, join us on the Discord where you can see when she goes live, because she's kind of sporadic about it. It's when she has the time available and the energy to do so. And then Rerolls, he does stream TTRPGs on his own channel. He is on hiatus right now due to life stuff going on, but do check him out and give him some support because his folks will be back soon. And then DM Daddy RPG is where you will find Jen of Thieves, who was Sunday Booth in our Kansas City Chronicle, and she's been in a few other games with us and has been a ton of fun. So go check her out as she runs and plays games with her husband over there on DM Daddy RPG. And if you would like to get some studio merch, you can do so with the Zazzle link in chat right now. We have a variety of merch there for studio and different campaigns and chronicles that we have run on our channel. And some of it does need to be signed in, and make sure you have your settings set on Zazzle to see everything, because if you don't, you won't be able to see the things we've posted with the swear words, because Zazzle makes us mark those as adult. Yeah. Like Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would Camp Counselor t-shirt. And we got Cat's to-do list, which is kick ass, take names, be a dragon, all those checked, and Dracula, which was left unchecked during the Chronicle. You had to be at the Q&A to find out if she had or not. So, yeah, which that Q&A has been posted to YouTube now, so you all can find out, okay? Because now the Chronicle's over, I can spoil it. But yeah. So definitely check that out if you are interested in merch. And if you would like to support this amazing crew of players here, make sure you show us your biddies. Bits and donations go to our players here at McStabber Studios. We do not keep them as a studio. If you would like to support McStabber Studios as a studio, you can do so by subscribing here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get one free subscription a month. You might consider giving that to us. Or you can give a donation through our KoFi page, our KoFi page. I'm on my coffee. Yeah, that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. I took a week off at the end of May, and now I'm back to work, and it's like, fuck, I'm exhausted again. Working for a living sucks. But anyway. So that's how you can support us. Now, if you cannot financially support us, we totally understand. Economies are fucking hard garbage right now. Literally, we get it. To do so for free, if you go to our YouTube channel, McStabber Studios YouTube, and if you're watching content there, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It's free on YouTube to do so. Make sure you like the videos that you are watching and that you post a comment on the videos you're watching. So like and comment, because what that does is that boosts our content in the YouTube algorithm so that it comes up higher in the search rankings when people are searching for TTRPGs. And it also gets pushed out to people on their homepage when they watch TTRPG stuff related to our content. Okay, so that's a free way to support us. It just takes a few minutes of your time. Make sure you're subscribed, like a video, and comment on it as you're watching it. That's it. We appreciate those that do that, sincerely. We do engage with comments over there too, y'all. And so coming up over the next week, we got Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Vampire the Masquerade Dark Ages, run by Shanky. We are at Prince Otto's party that has been crashed by the Dark Ages version of Anarchs, which basically are the ones that splintered off, the youngins that splintered off and will later become the Sabbat.
This room just has a fresh coat of red paint, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty much, because they just busted into a party with a whole shit ton of elders. Okay,
most of them Zamisi, which really love when their shit gets fucked with.
You've got like 3 fucking Zamitsi elders. You've got 3 La Sombra elders.
We've got
2
King
Ventru elders.
one of which who is King. I have the Roman Empire rod shoved up my ass still.
2 Akanu up in there. Okay. We're
The
talking
Assamite-
old school Akanu that wanted to bring Rome back. Okay.
Yeah.
The Assamite's just hanging around going, oh, you guys want to play killer? Like, please,
Yeah, I know,
show
right?
me.
And we do have an Assamite assassin in the room.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, this is not going to go well for said anarchs, nor Prince Otto that decided to set this whole fucking thing up.
Yeah, no, there's going to be a clan to clan conversation afterwards, I think.
if things happen. But
Somebody
anyway,
survives.
that's interesting. But anyway, so that's
Yeah.
Wednesday. It's going to be a hot mess, y'all. Hot mess. I'm sure Shanky's just like twirling his goatee.
That's what they have for the Wednesday crew. I'm gonna pay for that.
And Thursday, Shanky's back again. He's a busy guy right now. He is back again with Eclipse Phase. Yeah, that is at 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. Y'all, it's a sci-fi game where they have morphs, which is basically a transhumanist type concept where they can change bodies for different purposes and stuff like that. And they are dealing with a mystery, and they are, it's obviously a trap. It's obviously a trap.
Everything and everyone is suspicious in that game, even ourselves.
Yes. Welcome to playing in a Shanky game for real.
Doesn't matter the
hopes are real.
system. He makes you paranoid really easily.
He really
Mhm.
does. Immediately, all his characters are sus, okay?
That whole sentence.
So, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, join Shanky and his crew for Eclipse Phase. And then we'll be back here Saturday with Season 2, Episode 3 of Vampire the Masquerade, Chicago Hidden City at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you
Are
then.
more
We
masks
are
gonna disappear?
rolling into this whole convention of Chicago, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, good stuff. All right. Please, as you see in chat right now, scrolling through, we want you to take care of yourselves. We appreciate you joining us for our streams, but you also got to take care of yourselves. And doing that includes taking care of your mental well-being. Please, 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 if you struggle with stress and overwhelm and you are in, need of assistance with your mental well-being, please seek that assistance, whether it's through a support network that you have, friends, family, that kind of thing, or if you have a provider that you have available that can assist you, or, an EAP program through your employer, something like that. Please get assistance if you need it. Also, if you are in crisis, reach out to a crisis support line if you need to, because people that staff those are doing so because they want to help you. They want to help talk you off that edge of that crisis and get you the support resources local to you that you need. Okay, that's what they're there for. They want to help you. And right now in chat, there is a list of numbers for various organizations that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the US and Canada. If you are outside of the US, if you have a need that those specific organizations don't help with, or if you are having a crisis at a later time because we don't expect that you're having a crisis while you're watching our streams, we want you to go to findahelpline.com. You can pull up by your location the resources available to you on that website. And again, it's findahelpline.com. They cover over 140 countries. Just search by your location and it pulls up the resources available to you. Please utilize that if you need it. We want you here for a long time. Okay. And also, I am a registered nurse and I'm going to tell you, please get your fucking vaccines. Please. Please. And if you are responsible for youngins, please get them vaccinated too. Please. It's real important to have herd immunity to protect those that can't get vaccinated. And there's no reason why children should be dying from vaccine-preventable illnesses. And there's no reason why illnesses that we had pretty much just about eradicated here in the US are making a comeback. Except for misinformation and propaganda against vaccines and against science and medical knowledge and trying to discredit the medical community, which has been ongoing for decades. So please get your vaccines and take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can, but make sure you're wearing sunblock. Okay? Because skin cancer fucking sucks. And lastly, I'm going to say we don't have any kings here in the US. And Trump had a piss poor showing at his little birthday parade. Yeah. But there were sure millions of people protesting, saying no King's Day. That's right. On his motherfucking birthday. That's a blow to a narcissist, I'll tell you that. Anyway. Yeah. So definitely, if you voted for Trump or his like in other countries, or voted for minority parties or third parties when they had no hope in hell of winning, or if you just decided you couldn't be bothered to fucking vote, yeah, fuck off. Blood's on your hands. Bunches of fucking people are dying around the world because of USAID being gutted. People here in America will die hand over fist due to the stuff going on with our new person in charge of health and the cuts made in our Congress to vital services to people like Medicare and Medicaid. Just for an example, but there's other social services they're gutting in that big, beautiful bill. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So lots of people are going to die and that blood's on your hands. So fuck off. You get no respect here. You get no dignity here. And if the wool is starting to be pulled from your eyes and you're realizing you were sucked into a cult, congrats. You're still a shit person that enabled it. Sorry. No tolerance for that shit. And for the rest of us, got to be safe. Got to look out for one another. It's a long road to get to the end of this, but fascism always ends. It always fails. Look out for one another. Today, there was a lot of protests. I hope everyone protested as safely as there could. I know that there were, I fuck the fucking police. I know that there were fucking police-incited violence on peaceful protesters today. Mm-hmm. Fuck the police. All cops are bastards. All of them, because even the good ones are fucking complicit. And literally, please be safe. Look out for one another. Be aware of what's going on in your communities because they are snatching people. They are harming people. Please be aware of what's going on in your communities. Look out for one another because ain't nobody else going to look out for us. Our government is not going to look out for us, y'all. It relies on us to pull together. So please, because we got to survive it. We got to get through it. And we can only do that together. Said with all sincerity, y'all have a good night.